31 days and counting from the election between Helene, storm damage, and a flurry of political lawsuits. Lots could still change between now and Election Day. So we bring in WRAL State Government reporter Will Dorn here, kind of break it all down for us here, starting with the basics here. Will, several deadlines approaching that are critical depending on how you vote in person or by mail.
Exactly. The deadline to register to vote is only a week away. That's next Friday, October 11th. However, that's mostly for people who want to vote by mail. People who want to vote in person can actually miss that deadline and still get registered during early voting. Early voting starts in 2 weeks on October 17th, and that will last until November 2nd. For people who are voting by mail, those ballots must be received by Election Day.
Yeah, November 5th, Election Day itself is when that is. For our western counties that were hit by Helene, the latest on how they'll deal with elections with all that damage going on out there.
It is really still up in the air. I mean, we're talking about 1 in every 4 counties in our state under these emergency declarations. In some places, we don't even know if their polling places even still exist, let alone if roads will be passable in time. This is new video you're seeing from Yancey County, the town of Pensacola, where the road is still crumbled. We heard from State Elections Director Karen Brinson Bell this week. She said she will make sure that people out west still get the chance to vote, no matter the obstacles.
As we have said many times through other hurricanes, pandemic, and natural disasters, we do not stop an election. We figure out how to proceed.
And figure out how to proceed, but what will they need to do to proceed? And other elections officials, how are they going to pull this off?
Well, money is obviously a big need right now, and there's actually a new state law that bans counties from taking private donations to help with elections. So the only option for help is going to be the state legislature. Now, the legislature is scheduled to come back into session next week, and we know that elections officials are already working on a list of their requests. And
also, while all this is happening, several lawsuits challenging North Carolina's election rules are still pending out there in the balance. What do people need to know about those?
Yeah, a big one recently, the State Court of Appeals ruled that UNC students won't be allowed to use their student IDs as voter ID. That was just one of half a dozen different lawsuits we've seen from Republican officials here in North Carolina. They're seeking stricter rules for voting or to get people removed from the voter rolls altogether.
A lot happening and very little time left. 31 days and counting. Will Dorn, thank you so much for your help with that. You can find more coverage at the NC Capital section of WRAL.com.